Galaxy Fold Flip 7 are here. Click to cancel is no longer, and the darkest timeline, $4 trillion of Nvidia. Let's get into the hot news, everybody. I'm your Brett host. We're gonna be going over the hottest tech news I can find on the internet while you enjoy your breakfast. This Thursday, July 10th, 2025. We're gonna start off today with the Samsung Unpacked announcement that happened yesterday with them unveiling various different forms of their foldable phones. Yes, that's a lot of F's going on in there. Didn't appear that they did the trifold phone, at least showing that off in person as far as I know, but they did unveil the Galaxy Fold 7 and the Galaxy Flip 7 and Flip 7 FE. Now, each of these is kind of targeting kind of a different demographic. The Fold 7 is going to be the thinnest fold that Samsung has ever launched, and it looks remarkably thin. I've held the 5 and the 6, and now seeing the 7 makes me want to at least take a look at it because it does look like it is mighty thin. It has all of the same accoutrement that you could expect from previous versions of the Fold. It's just now thinner. That's the big selling point on that one. But that's not without them taking a few things away, like S Pen support. It's just gone. So that while Samsung nerfed the S Pen on the S25 Ultra, they are now just nerfing the Fold completely. It's no longer compatible. Their flagship phone that costs 2,000 buckaroonies can no longer actually use all of the feature sets that the previous ones could. So that's great. You get a worse phone in that way, but with the Flip 7, you do get more screen. Finally, Samsung catching up to Motorola and making it so that the outer screen is even larger. It kind of goes edge to edge, encompasses the cameras, and should hopefully make for a better usability experience while also making the Flip 7 even thinner, but weighing 1 gram more. But for anybody who wants a cheaper version of this, more affordable, in case that's how you want to define it, they have launched the FE, which is going to go for $200 less, but come in with the bezeled version of previous editions of the Flip to make it a bit more accessible. However, we do have an affiliate partnership with a company that Samsung uses to track their sales, and if you want to click our link in the video description in case you are thinking about picking one of these up when they actually ship on July 25th or when you can pick them up, there are a few bonuses that you get if you use our affiliate link down below, such as a free storage upgrade with the Flip 7 for no extra money. You can go from the 256 gig version all the way up to the 512 gig version. Additionally, you get $50 in Samsung credit, and that should be good for picking up some sort of accessory that you could enjoy there. The same deal applies to the Fold 7, where you go from 256 up to 512. There's an online exclusive color of mint, but that's not exclusive to our affiliate link. And then the Flip 7 FE, same deal, storage credit upgrade in case you want that. Again, link down below in the comments. However, while you're gonna shell out a little bit of money for these phones, it looks like you don't have to shell out for Galaxy AI as of right now. Samsung's saying that they have no plans to charge for it, but their official statement on it is that it's just free until the end of 2025, and I just don't see many people choosing to pay for it. Let me know if you use a Samsung device. Are you using Galaxy AI on the regular? Is it useful enough to your life that you would choose to pay for that over some other chat LLM that you use on a regular basis? I'm curious to hear from you down below, but also curiously, the Flip 7 and Fold 7 are the first phones to launch with Android 16. They're not the first ones to get it, but they are the first brand new phones that are hitting the market that are going to be Android 16 based. Let me know if you're interested in any of these phones, something that you're looking into. The Flip 7 is probably the most intriguing to me on a day-to-day basis. I really like the foldable clamshell, but Samsung is just now catching up to something like the Razr Plus, which had the outer screen like that and made it so that you could use any app on the outer screen instead of Samsung's pre-selected stuff. And the Razr Plus was going for something like $500 recently. It's still the last year's model of 2024, but achieves a lot of what the Flip 7 does at a much significantly decreased price point. But you know what you're gonna need to charge all of these devices? Today's video is sponsored. Mobile devices are great. Having a small computer disguised as a phone that I can carry around with my actual laptop is kind of crazy if you think about it, but cool nonetheless. What sucks about mobile devices is that they all need to be charged, so you end up with a mess of bricks and wires. Thankfully, today's sponsor Basis is here to make charging on the go way easier. Basis Enercore series of chargers and power banks focuses on keeping you tangle-free on the go. The Enercore CJ11 fast charger features 67 67-watt USB-C fast charging, and intelligent power distribution. So between the included retractable cable and the 2 additional USB-C ports, you can charge 3 devices from this compact little guy, even 14-inch MacBooks. The CJ11 also features advanced graphene and 3D heat dissipation in conjunction with AI-powered sensors and Base's own BCT technology to monitor temperature and ensure safe charging. With the CJ11 being so compact, it easily fits into a backpack pocket, whether you're just heading to the local cafe for a bit of work or if you're hopping on an international flight. This little guy can even push a brand new M4 14-inch MacBook to 43% battery in just 30 minutes. In addition to the CJ11, Basis also has the CR11. This 20,000 milliamp hour power bank also features a retractable USB-C cable and 67 watts of juice. While also being compact, portable, and airline travel friendly, the CR11 power bank is built to last. The retractable cable is tested for 30,000 plus retractions, and the 70 centimeter cable, or just over 2 feet for my US folks, lets you keep the bank in your bag and simply pull the cable to you. And last, but certainly not least, is the Basis Enercore 6-in-1 universal travel adapter, also with a retractable USB-C cable. With compatibility in over 200 countries, this little fella eliminates the need to lug around multiple adapters across multiple countries. Featuring 70 watts of power delivery, you can easily charge up to 6 devices at once, whether that's phones, laptops, AirPods, or other battery-powered travel essentials. This guy also keeps your devices safe from overloading with dual 10-amp fuses, so our weak little 120-volt American goodies will charge safely. Next time you're on the go and need something to keep your devices up and running, don't pack 4 bricks and a mess of cable. Pick up any of these charging solutions from the Basis Enercore series via the links below. Huge thanks to Basis for sponsoring today's video. Well, while Basis can cancel your charging woes, it looks like the US government wants to cancel your ability to cancel very easily, with a appeals court announcing that click to cancel is getting completely thrown out. This is a rule that came out from the previous FTC setup under the previous administration that essentially was going to make it so that companies like Adobe or Planet Fitness or any company that makes it very difficult to cancel would have to change their ways so that it's just as easy to cancel as it is to sign up. Now, it's already been delayed, where it was stated that the reason it was delayed was because it was too difficult for companies to adhere to this, and now it's being thrown out altogether because allegedly, while the appeals court does not endorse the use of unfair and deceptive practices in negative opinion marketing, there were procedural deficiencies in the FTC's rulemaking that are fatal here, and that's why they have to throw it out. Essentially saying because of bureaucratic stuff, you actually have to go through more bureaucracy just with companies, which is just not technically bureaucracy because that derives itself from government, but you have to go through corporate red tape in order to adhere to canceling stuff like physically going into a Planet Fitness or mailing them a letter. It's just great that they get to continue to do this. Facetiousness is what was coming out of my mouth. I'm gonna let Reece handle what's going on with the deals so that I can settle down from my facetiousness, and you can enjoy the savings that he's bringing you for this multi-day Prime Day event. Don't forget that we will also have him do a live stream for Prime Day deals both on Twitch as well as on YouTube. You can check him out if you want, but also check out the deals that he's slanging to you, the certified bangers list that we got for Prime Day 2025.
Yo, welcome back to UFD Deals, bringing the hottest tech deals out on the internet. Hope you guys are doing well, and hi, day 2 of Prime Day deals. Hope you guys enjoyed yesterday when we were checking out community source deals. I've got a couple for you today, showcasing what we found yesterday. First up, we have this MSI Mag Core Liquid A13 360mm ARGB AIO CPU going for only $79.99, making it $30 off. But then next, we have the Soundcore Boom 2 by Anker. This 80-watt portable speaker is going for only $89.99, making it $50 off and Foggy approved. And then lastly, we have this AMD Ryzen 7 9800X3D at Micro Center only. So if you can't get to one, I feel you, because I can't either, but this is $399.99 there, making it $80 off. If you don't mind going back a generation, you can get the 7800 X2D for only $299.99, which is also an incredible price. And hey, with that, the deals are done. You can buy these and more linked in the video description down below. But until next time, gonna hand you off back to Brett for the rest of your hot news.
Well, Reece, ASUS thinks they're a big deal because they're celebrating 30 years in business, and they have epic giveaway prizes that are going alongside of that. They started a long time ago with the ASUS 375, and now they're obviously here with the RTX 50 Series 5090. They have the Astral liquid cooling, very expensive ones, the Astral Dahab Edition, the gold one, which costs 7 to 10 grand. Big stuff. And allegedly, with this 30-year giveaway, they have another super secret 5090 that they're going to be unveiling on August 9th. It's a top secret card, according to them, and it's part of the grand prize that they're going to be giving away. So they say something big is coming soon. It's not quite clear. Some speculation is that this is going to be the Matrix version of the card, which, as far as I understood it, the Astral was not supposed to replace the Matrix. It was supposed to be like an ongoing version of the Matrix, and then the Matrix would still hold like a super duper premium setup, and potentially that's what's happening, but that is just speculation right now. And a lot of people speculate that Nvidia is worth a lot of money, and they speculate so hard they bet on it with their cash, and that resulted in Nvidia becoming the world's most valuable company, hitting $4 trillion in market capitalization on the stock market. Obviously, a lot of this is driven by the fact that AI is continuing to be a hot buzzword, and they are selling the shovels to get AI going, regardless of whether or not companies like OpenAI or Anthropic will ever be profitable. It doesn't really matter because they're using Nvidia's hardware to actually get all of this accomplished, and that's really where the money comes from. So it was just over 2 years ago that Nvidia hit $1 trillion for the first time, and now they are the first company to go over $4 trillion, and it only took them an extra 2 years to get to that point. It reminds me of the old adage that I heard, I don't know, business podcast or something, where it's like your hardest $1 million to make is that first, and then it gets easier, and then your hardest 10 million is that first. Yeah, like I'm never gonna make that much money, but it looks like Nvidia's hardest trillion was that first one, and then they've been able to quadruple it. Now, they didn't close the day over $4 trillion, ending the day at just over $162, but obviously a lot of this is on the backs of them just diving straight into AI, deprioritizing gamers, making it so that those things are happening, and I'm sure there are plenty of you that are happy, especially those of you who invested in Nvidia, you own stock in them, you make it so that this is a cash cow for you, and I'm sure a lot of people who are working at Nvidia are also just like, this is a windfall beyond their wildest dreams, where their stock options from working at this company have paid off. And it's not as if they haven't worked very hard for it. I mean, Nvidia's been working on developing Tensor cores since 2018 with their Volta architecture coming out and saying, hey, Tensor, AI, this is going to be the big thing, and they were beating that drum for the longest time. They created their own opportunity to take advantage of all of this, and they're in the pole position. Nvidia, as far as I can see, continues to have that streak of luck where the things they bet on continue to come to fruition. And you could call it luck, you could call it them seizing an opportunity, you could also say that it's just a lot of money. And you guys left a lot of comments in yesterday's episode of Hot News, so let's go ahead and see what you had to say. We got Hefty saying at 7:17, better pizza, Papa John's. Better performance at the same wattage. You know, I had that cadence of better performance. It did feel like I said I was going for the Papa John's thing. That was a little weird. And we got the Mr. Lemon saying, where are my timestamps? So this is just a weird thing that happens on UFD Tech. It happened ever since Nintendo did that like lawyer copy strike against us, making it so that our channel got taken down. But I can see what you're talking about. In the timeline, you cannot see timestamps, which is weird because we always provide timestamps. They are in the description all of the time. Like, this is a part of the editor's responsibility, is to make sure that the timestamps are there and then they're processed into the description. So everybody say thank you to Rikus for doing that. But sometimes they appear in the timeline, sometimes they don't. And this, again, just has happened ever since we had that Nintendo issue, and it's continued to plague us. I don't know if there's gonna be the breaks in the time bar today, but we're gonna put the timestamps there. So if you don't see them, they're in the description. Sorry, that's the way YouTube crumbles our cookie here. And we got Soul Observer saying, you guys should do a Prime Day sale PC build. We are planning on that. We're not calling it a Prime Day sale PC build, but a lot of the components for The PC build we're doing next Friday on YouTube and Twitch is going to be based off of parts that I purchased for this Prime Day. I mean, you can look at the parts list right now. I picked up a 9600X, a B850M, 32 gigs of RAM, a 2TB SSD, a case, power supply, and then I picked up both versions of the 9060 XT for this PC build. I obviously will have to swap it out. Both GPUs aren't going into the PC, but this is what we're building next week. It is a Prime Day build. We're just kind of focusing on the 9060 XT portion of it, but it's a good idea, and yeah, we're taking advantage of it. This week we're going to be building a 5070 Ti build, but a mini ITX one, and I'm kind of excited for that. So if you guys want to tune in on Friday, we'll be doing it a little bit earlier than usual. Normally we start around 12 to 1 p.m., but this one's probably going to be around 10 a.m. just because of scheduling conflicts. But both on Twitch as well as on YouTube, we'll have that PC building live stream. If you watch on Twitch, you can participate in the 5090 PC giveaway that we got going on over there, twitch.tv/UFD Tech. And then we got the Duckums saying, the real question is, what was that EVGA GPU teaser there at the beginning? So I'm only going to address this because you brought it up, but what they're referencing is this video cards article where there's an EVGA Kingpin card next to the Yeston Gravistar thing. I didn't want to verbally disclose this simply because I didn't want to get anybody's hopes up, but their speculation in the article is that Gravistar's design language combined in a GPU looks very much like what EVGA was doing with the Kingpin cards or things from like the 1080 Ti's way back when. It kind of has the same vibes, is essentially what Video Cards was getting at. I didn't want to say it just because I didn't want to, I don't know, get people's hopes up, I suppose. I am looking forward to finding out what this collaboration is. It is happening after I'm filming, so we'll talk about it hopefully tomorrow on the next episode of Hot News. But yeah, no EVGA. I'm sorry. It was in their headline picture. We show you their website, show you where we're getting the source, and their article was more about the EVGA side of things. So bummer there. Don't forget to bum Reece for deals. Bum the deals off of him over on the live stream as it's happening right now, as this video is going live. And we'll see you back here for more of the Hottest Tech News tomorrow, hopefully.